UNGA, that is the United Nations General Assembly. It is India that has slammed Pakistan at the UNGA. India said that absurd theatrics being done by the Pakistani Prime Minister will not be tolerated. India also goes ahead and says it is Pakistan which has now started to glorify terrorism at the UNGA. Drama and lies cannot conceal the facts. Pakistan sponsored Pahalgam terror attack. India has zero tolerance towards terrorism. Pakistan pleaded with India for ceasefire. Pakistan shielded global terror outfit TRF, that is the resistant front. This is India talking tough at the UNGA, which is the United Nations General Assembly. In fact, it was the Pakistani Prime Minister who's now been glorifying terrorism on the global platform, has been using the UNGA to speak about terrorism. Absurd theatrics being done by the Pakistani Prime Minister. Statement coming in from India. Listen in.
Mr. President, this assembly witnessed absurd theatrics in the morning from the Prime Minister of Pakistan, who once again glorified terrorism that is so central to their foreign policy. This is the very same Pakistan which, at the UN Security Council on 25th April 2025, shielded the resistance front, a Pakistani-sponsored terror outfit, from the responsibility of carrying out the barbaric massacre of tourists in the Indian Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Its ministers have just recently acknowledged that they have been operating terrorist camps for decades. It should come as no surprise that once again this duplicity continues, this time at the level of its Prime Minister.
My colleague Pranay Upadhyay is now joining me on the story. Pranay, India has been very, very clear. These kind of theatrics that we are seeing being done by the Pakistani Prime Minister, it's been called out by India at the UNGA.
Absolutely, Aishwarya. No amount of theatrics can shield the reality. And the reality remains that Pakistan is the country which hosts and harbor the most number of the UN-sanctioned terrorists, including Hafiz Saeed, Masood Azhar, Zakir Rahman Rakvi, and the list goes on. And this remains a reality. So, Pakistani Prime Minister tried to present a case, with all his theatrics, that how Pakistan is fighting terrorists, and how if Pakistan would not have fought these terrorists, those terrorists would have come to New York and taken over the cities like London and the Western cities. Definitely, he was trying to present that a case before the United Nations General Assembly. But the same United Nations Security Council, the same, the delegates have sanctioned the Pakistani-based terrorists and terror outfits, and the same United Nations General Assembly knows the fact that the TRF, how it conducted the Pahalgam terror attack, and the case still remains pending before the United Nations Security Council about the sanctioning of TRF and how TRF is linked with the Lashkar-e-Toiba. So India not only exercised the right to response, and Indian diplomat Petal Gehlot not only responded to Pakistani Prime Minister's absurd speech and a venomous rant against India, but also India exposed Pakistan once again before the United Nations General Assembly.
Right, Pranay, we've also seen how there is this absurd theatrics which actually is being done by the Pakistani Prime Minister, goes ahead and praises Donald Trump, says that he's a man of peace, also goes ahead and says that it was Pakistan which actually drowned Indian jets, far from reality.
Definitely, when you do not have facts on your side, you try and put across the figment of imagination. So definitely, if you see the statement and inconsistency of the statement from Pakistani Prime Minister, since 10th May, once he claimed that Pakistan has shot down 5 jets, then again he claimed that Pakistan has shot down 6 jets, and now since he was standing on the podium of United Nations General Assembly, he had to make a big claim, so that's why he raised the number to 7 jets. However, there is no evidence presented by Pakistan. So all these claims are only imagination, and he wanted to portray. And as rightly put across by Petal Gehlot, Indian diplomat in the United Nations, that if the destruction of Pakistani fighter bases, Pakistani air bases, and Pakistani military installation is victory, then
right,
Pakistan is welcome to enjoy that victory.
Pranay, please stay on with me. Let's once again listen in to the statement coming in from India. These absurd theatrics that we are seeing being done by the Pakistani Prime Minister on the global stage at the United Nations General Assembly. Listen in.
Mr. President, this assembly witnessed absurd theatrics in the morning from the Prime Minister of Pakistan, who once again glorified terrorism that is so central to their foreign policy. This is the very same Pakistan which, at the UN Security Council on 25th April 2025, shielded the Resistance Front, a Pakistani-sponsored terror outfit, from the responsibility of carrying out the barbaric massacre of tourists in the Indian Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Its ministers have just recently acknowledged that they have been operating terrorist camps for decades. It should come as no surprise that once again this duplicity continues, this time at the level of its Prime Minister.
We are very clearly seeing what Pakistan is trying to do. On one side, trying to cozy up with the United States of America, making statements like the US President Donald Trump is a man of peace. But they are not putting out facts, and that's the reason why we are seeing India at the UNGA coming out with these statements and telling the world what exactly happened during Operation Sindoor. Can you hear me, Pranay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you repeat it, please?
Pranay, we are seeing how India has been rebutting everything that Pakistan has been saying, because Pakistan on one side trying to cozy up with the US President Donald Trump. On the other side, they are not putting out the facts.
That's why they are cozying up with the United States, because they are very well integrated with these terror outfits. They have been extension of Pakistan's foreign policy, and Pakistan has been using it. Has been accepted by the rulers of Pakistan, including the former military chief and the Pakistani Prime President Pervez Musharraf. He accepted the fact, though after demitting the office, but he accepted the fact that how Pakistan has used these terror outfit, and including recently the Pakistan's current defense minister also accepts the fact that how Pakistan has used these terror outfits. So definitely Pakistan had to, it's Pakistan's compulsion to cozy up to US President to find some shield, because Pakistan has been desperately looking for such shields. And the way Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif ran up to meet US President Donald Trump, the way Pakistan is trying to maximize the gains from the United States and making the false promises. It is for the United States to look the fact, because they also know the fact, and they are, in fact, in the same United Nations, United States is the country which actually brought out the proposal and sponsored the resolution to ban TRF as a terror organization.
Right. Thank you, Pranay, giving us those details, putting things in perspective. Let's also listen in. It was the Indian media that asked Pakistani Prime Minister tough questions. Listen in to how he reacted.
Mr. Sharif, when are you going to stop cross-border terrorism? When are you going to stop cross-border terrorism, Pakistan Prime Minister?
Cross-border terrorism, we are defeating them.
India is defeating you, Pakistan Prime Minister. Prime Minister Sharif, when are you going to stop cross-border terrorism? When are you going to stop cross-border terrorism, Pakistan Prime Minister?
Cross-border terrorism, we are defeating them.
India is defeating you, Pakistan Prime Minister. Prime Minister